Running swiftly under a sky of vast dark billowing clouds, I arrived at Crystal Valley. Oh, here we go. Crystal Valley, the city I was born in. It's a place I've always wanted to know more about, honestly. Lots of memories are sleeping in this city. But I have no time to feel nostalgic about it and keep running along the walls that surround the city, heading for the church in the Western District. Unlike the vibrant central part of the city, the Western District is a slum area. The Claudio Church lies in an abandoned area in the outskirts of it. This should be good. It doesn't look like the third-class citizens who live in the slums have much piety. The uncared-for and decayed Claudio Church stood exposed under the dark clouds of the sky. The front yard is filled with rubble, and the stones in the stairs leading to the chapel are cracked. The way this church looks, it seems to imply man's declining power. This is where Zaj is waiting. The final battle. Whoever loses will share the fate of this crumbling old church. This is the end of our feud. A fitting place to bury the past in. Could be final boss time! You know, if there were bosses in this game, but yeah. I'm overjoyed to see that you decided to accept my invitation. Here we go, we're starting already. However, the venue for the party is actually up here. I have to go up there? That's not very hospitable to your guests. Not at all. I've left plenty of treats for you along the way. Oh boy. Please, enjoy them. Ha! Just don't fall off before I get there. Treats, huh? I don't like the sound of that at all. I couldn't ask for a better place. I don't intend to withdraw. I run up the dilapidated stairs and jump into the chapel. So what do we got going on? Oh jeez. It's like we're being mugged. As I come in, I get a surprise welcome and jump into the shadow of a bench in the chapel, but the bullets shoot through the bench easily. I move quickly with the bullets chasing me. So clearly we got a bunch of rogue gunners going on. Shit! They're not just coming from the back of the chapel, but from the balcony above it as well. Oh, of course. I continue to avoid the simultaneous attack from two angles, but it's difficult and I'm getting tired. But these guys are probably lower class gunners. Although Elza might have played like this with me, there would be no contest between us. It's not just the guns themselves that are fearful, but wielders like Clive, or even Zaj. Even compared to a Squire-class gunner, these guys don't have anywhere near the same accuracy. I can see 5 people. I need to get a handle on the situation. Though their attacks seem to rely on numbers alone, if this keeps up, it could be quite bad. These guys sure are bothersome. Damn it! I'm going to be late for the party if I linger any longer in this place. It's too big of a risk to try and barrage through, and getting into close combat would be like taking out 1 or 2 bees with the rest of the hive still attacking. That's a good point. Something. There must be something. A long-distance dart attack would be inefficient, and I'd rather save those for the guy waiting ahead. But, aside from that, I only have the anchor. Wait a minute. Of course! As soon as I come up with a good idea, they start spreading out. Are they trying to surround me? There's no time to think about this. Whoa! Alright. The wire was entangled in the statue behind the gunners, and I pulled at it with my whole body. What? Despite the smoke screen, one of the men saw my intentions, but it was too late. The stone statue had already started to fall. Well, that seemed effective. However, that only took care of the guys by the statue. There were still some by the front of the chapel. Well, I have another trick up my sleeve. With the chapel filled with a cloud of dust, I made an educated guess about the location of the stairs. Kicking up a cloud of dust, I made a run for it, making sure to be very loud about it. Always gotta make a show. He's heading for the stairs! Don't let him get away! Everyone, aim for the stairs and fire at the same time. Wait! Don't do it now! At the same moment, he yelled that I made a jump for the entrance to the stairs. Well... Did I make it? I looked back at the chapel, and the destruction caused by the explosion that spread from the altar. All the benches had been blown away, and not a trace of them remained. This was also something I had learned in the guild. You could say I had a certain knowledge about gunpowder and setting fire to things. You could say that. I'd wanted the dust to kick up from the beginning. It would have worked with flour, sugar, whatever, but the point was to spread it throughout the air and set fire to it, creating a chain combustion, making the room explode. I looked up the stairs towards the roof. He's waiting for me there. It's time for the final act. Let's go for it. Let's get this show on the road. Here we go. By the time I reached the bell tower, the light drizzle had turned into a rainstorm. Perfect for a final battle. Lightning ran across the dark sky, illuminating the person standing on the roof. I stared into the man's eyes as I mumbled to myself. Zaj. At last. Here we go. I've been waiting, Nash. We haven't seen each other since Greenhill, have we? I guess you could say that. Though you have certainly made a habit out of trying to eliminate me. Sorry to disappoint, but I'm as fit as a fiddle still. That's so. While I'm sorry to hear it, you deserve some praise for that, no? You've done well to come so far unharmed. It's nothing unusual for me. I'm not going to die just so you can bury your plot in darkness. As I moved toward Zaj, I slowly reached for grosser fluss on my back. Zaj can't win against these swords. Again, with this sword, Zaj laughed quietly as he watched me. Heh. Not your style to be buried in darkness, Nash. You're still just talking. I started running toward Zaj in the rain. Zaj remained motionless, a creepy smile plastered on his face. I'm concerned about Zaj's composure, but I'm going to settle this. Not handle, settle. Settle sounds much better. Zaj fired a bullet that grazed my left shoulder. I can't get careless already. Any pause in my approach only increases his accuracy. Way too optimistic. At the same time as Zaj let out a second shot, I kicked off the roof and took a great leap at him. The Zaj instantly closed the distance between us. I used my whole body to swing Schwarz in my right hand, straight at Zaj. Ha! Zaj gets his sword up instantly, taking the full force of my blow. Without pause, I jump over Zaj and land behind him. Zaj, your name, your hair, your eyes. I'll let you throw away all that's fake about you. You're going to pay for the sins you've committed, the sins against my sister, my father, and my mother. We'll settle this for good. Zaj! Nash, do you really think you can win against me again? Have you forgotten what I told you before? I'm going to bury you in darkness, Nash. All I have to do is seal that sword of yours. I see it's still only your mouth that has any skill. Once again, I come at Zaj with my sword. Zaj doesn't ready his own sword, but just stares at me. Just as I'm about to strike him, he speaks. Do you intend to kill Julie along with me? What? With those words, my hand stopped. Damn it. Julie is, well, you could say she is in my hands. Julie. What have you done to Julie? It's not something as cliched as a kidnapping. It was quite uncomplicated. I just let her know I was still alive. Julie was overjoyed. Because her beloved dead fiancé appeared again. You bastard! It can't be! Zaj? It's been a long time, Julie. You seem to be doing well. You had to know that was him. Zaj! Is it really you? Zaj? Where have you been till now? It's a long story. Even after that incident, I was still a target. If I had met up with you, it would have put you in danger. It couldn't be helped. You know me, Julie. Zaj! Zaj! The reason you... can't... I made contact with Julie and moved her to my mansion. Because it seems Lena has been wandering around a lot of places. Now, considering this, what do you think the effects of my death would be? Zaj, you're a coward. To a member of the Howling Voice Guild, that's not much of an insult, as you should know. Well, I guess it's my turn now. Zaj let out an audacious laugh and pointed his sword at my face. Before now I hadn't noticed, but the hilt of Zaj's sword was different from a normal sword. That's... Nash. No, brother-in-law. This is it. Even if I fall here, you can't win anymore. The last remaining option to you is death. The sword's hilt. No, it's different. That's not just a sword. It's a gun with a giant blade attached. So it's a gun blade. That's exciting. A bullet had shot out from the hilt. Oh, you managed to avoid it. As expected of you, Nash, or so I should say. But I guess there's no need to play around anymore. I twisted my body and managed to avoid the bullet, but by that time, his sword was already in motion. I jumped and parried it with Weiss, only to be caught by the muzzle of the gun instead. Somehow I managed to repel the bullet with Schwarz. So strong. Zaj's skill is incredible. This is... Nash, the movement of your sword is getting slower. You still want to know about Julie, right? Of course I do. If you care about her, why not just fall prey to these lead bullets? After all, you're nothing but a criminal who killed his sister's beloved fiancé. Damn you! Zaj held all the cards now. I can't use my sword other than to stop his attacks. Shit! What am I going to do? This was careless. I should have known Zaj wouldn't have come to fight me without some insurance. It's not like he came here to be killed. With Zaj's newfound momentum, There was little else I could do but retreat to the edge of the roof. Damn it! I'm at the end of my rope. I repelled his gun and swung at him with Weiss, but Zaj dodged it effortlessly. Goodbye, brother-in-law. I knew the gun was a feint, but there's no way to avoid it as the muzzle was pointed at my stomach. I waited for the exact right moment and repelled the bullet with Schwarz. Then, with him taking careful aim, came another blow of his sword. I twisted my body to dodge the attack. The tip of his sword brushes against my chest. I suddenly came to a stop. If this is a feint, I see Zaj's trigger finger move. Despite the poor footing on the roof, I managed to miraculously avoid the bullet by jumping to the side. But... Huh? I lost my balance and started sliding down the roof. Shit, if I fall from here... Reaching out with my right hand, I somehow managed to grab hold of the ledge. As I hang from the roof, defenseless Zaj slowly approaches. Looks like I'm not out of the woods yet. Yeah, that was pretty cool, brother-in-law. Please stop calling me that. It's disgusting. Are those really going to be your last words? Could this be the end? Can't be. Lena! How did you get here? I had help from a certain someone, but enough about how I got here. Right now the important thing is to escape from here. A certain someone? We don't have time to talk. We need to hurry. But Julie, you're still thinking about Zaj. Listen, Julie, this may be hard to hear, but when Zaj came to your house as a tutor, he was already planning to marry you. I already know that. Julie, why on earth didn't you say something? No, I don't mean to say I knew from the beginning. Back then, I just wanted some happiness after all the sad things that had happened. I guess I was too innocent, huh? But after that incident, I tried to investigate it myself. I had to know the truth. He was my big brother. I couldn't believe he would do such a thing. At first, I hated my brother because he did such a thing to Zaj. I didn't know. So you realized Zaj's ambitions. Then, if you already knew, why did you go with him when he appeared again? Why? Because I thought, for me, Zaj, not everything about him seemed to be false. I don't know. I didn't expect it all, but I also didn't understand everything about him. Still, I may just have been naive. But at times, I could see sadness in him. Just occasionally, I could see that person. The exterior he showed freely wasn't gentle, but at those times there was a gentleness to him. I couldn't forget that. Julie. Still, I wonder, was I just being naive? Even now, I wonder if my eyes are still blind. But I still... Then, Julie, you're... But even though I'm here, brother is... Why? Lena, why? Julie. In the end, I still lose the people I love. I know the feeling.